This is the 100-mile-an-hour dog goes for gold made by Jeremy Strong. You'd think Streaker was ill the way she's been lying on my bed. Every so often she lifts her head a little, looks at me with the saddest eyes ever, lets her head fall back on the duvet and groans. You might even think she was on the brink of death. She was certainly like you to think she was dying. Maybe I should call an ambulance. On the other hand, maybe I should call a film director. Streaker is such an actress. In actual fact, I'm the one that's ill. I got a virus infection. I think every time there's been anything wrong with anyone in my family, our doctor said, "This is a virus infection. Are you limping?" It's a virus infection. Your head's exploded. It's a virus infection. I reckon I could be a doctor quite easily if that's all you ever have to tell anyone. Sometimes they take my temperature and Streaker does. Streaker looks very hopeful. She'd like to have her temper taken too. Maybe she's got a virus infection. In fact, I think Streaker quite possibly is a virus infection on 4 legs. It's quite nice to have her up here with me, but she weighs a ton. It's different to get comfortable when you've got a large dog slumped across you, especially as she slowly moves up your body. First she was on my knees, and then she shuffled up to my hips. Several minutes later she was across my chest and now dozed off and only woke up because she was climbing onto my head. But boy, I'm bored. I play games on my console. I can't concentrate. I read for a bit but can't concentrate. I stare at the ceiling. I wait for someone to visit. Tina hasn't been here for ages. Tina's my best friend. Not girlfriend, just a friend. She lives around the corner from me and she's got a dog too. He's a huge Saint Bernard called Mouse. Haha. Does this dog think that's funny? I don't know. Can dogs laugh? Interesting question. These are the kinds of pointless things that occur to you when you're lying in bed and getting utterly bored. Now tell them to cheer me up. Instead, I listen to Mom downstairs going nowhere on her cycling machine. Rumble, rumble, rumble. She even managed to crash the other day. How can you crash a gym cycle? It wasn't looking where I was going. Tibor, she told me, Mom, you weren't going anywhere. I think that's what the problem was. I tried to turn a corner that wasn't there and fell off. I think I hurt my knee. Poor Mom. Anywho, it's probably only a virus infection, says Dr. Tibor. So Mom's downstairs having cycling accidents, and when Dad's around, he just watches golf on TV. Golf, the most boring game in the world. I don't know how my dad manages to stay alive watching that stuff. Oh look, there's a little white ball rolling along the ground. Will it go in the hole or not? Do we care? No, we don't. I think golf would be much more interesting if golf courses were fitted with hidden springs all over the place, and if the golfer treads on one, it goes boing and catapults the golfer across the course instead of the golf ball. It'd be much more fun if you had to get the golf player in the hole instead of the ball, but no such luck. Meanwhile, I'm upstairs being slowly suffocated by a dog. Streaker, I can't breathe. You are squashing my lungs. My mum's been very busy recently on her bicycle that goes nowhere. She's been inspired by the international games, which will be taking place very soon. I reckon my mum believes that someone from the international selection committee might spot her through our front window pedaling for gold and ask her to join the international team. Fat chance she'll crash at first bend. Look what happened when the corner wasn't even there. Anyhow, Mom and Dad were both excited by the game, and they were getting all worked up about it because in our town we have our very own national athlete. He's called Chris Onkonjo. He is brilliant at running. A 3,000-meter steeplechase by brilliant. He can run 3,000 meters faster than anyone else in the whole of United Kingdom. So that's pretty fast, isn't it? And maybe he might win an international steeplechase, and then he will be the fastest 3,000-meter runner in the whole world. That's pretty cool for this community. And this is even cooler. We're going to the games. We got tickets for the race that Chris Kojo is in, and Tina's coming too. It's going to be so exciting. Anywho, I was saying, in the bed, faced with two choices. I could either die of boredom or die of being suffocated by a streaker. Just then, there's a terrible ding from downstairs. I thought Mum must have ridden her bike straight into the kitchen cupboard. Splang, scooing, clackety-ping. But it wasn't Mum at all. It was Tina arriving on her skateboard and thundering at full speed into our rubbish bin. She made a noise. Even Streaker managed to lift her head for a few seconds, and then her big sigh, and she dropped back to the bed. Bang! My bedroom door burst open and Tina exploded into the room, yelling, International, send everyone, the whole town says in paper and cow take part for animals, sand, mouse, weightlifting and gold medal, sand, everything's brilliant, fantastic, exciting, Mum says. Could you say that again? I asked quietly. So Tina took a deep breath and international sand, everyone, the whole town says in paper and candle take part for animals, sand. Slow down, I said. Tell me slowly. Tina sat on the end of my bed and grinned. She's got a grin like sunshine on his cheese. You know our local newspaper, it says that the town council has decided to celebrate the international games by holding their own international games right here in our town. That seemed very strange to me, but Tina, hang on. But surely all the athletes would be at real international games, I pointed out. Tina rolled her eyes as if I was being blindingly stupid. It's not for athletes, idiot, it's for animals. Animals? My mind boggled. I'd never done so much boggling. It almost boggled right on my ears. I was already imagining elephants going from the long jump and whales bouncing off the diamond doors. Yes, Tina, it's going to be an animal games for pets in our town. My mom says mouse can take part, Streaker could too. She reached out and patted Striker's head. Just think, Theodore Streaker might get a gold medal. She could become a doggy's Chris Conjo. The doggy Chris Conjo lifted her head for a moment and gazed at Tina with melting eyes. Her head slumped back onto the bed and she groaned, "Ugh."